Hi. Activate the materials. Go! Oh, we got half material. Where's the other one? Material? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be honest. Of all the things to be breaking over the course of the rally we are going through, I'm worried the least about the car. I've been... by the way, there's just another instance of me doing a time trial just to get an interest in. I've been running through the gauntlet of technical problems. I tried to stream yesterday, but there was internet issues. I tried to stream today, and I'm having, like, control issues. Like, I'm gonna crash and burn in this race, and it's gonna be because I lose power to my actual ability to influence the game. But we got nothing to do it but to do it, so let's do it. We continue our bout through Heavy Haul 4. We're halfway in. We've gotten first place at Rally Duel. We got first place at New Earth. Now we are on our way to Tensei. Good old classic Tensei, home of ice, some salt, some pretty wacky hills, the weird tree leaf looking things. It's got it all, really. Here it is. Here's all of it. You're witnessing it. That's some of the all right there, in case you're curious. Once again, we gotta worry about our competition and acknowledge that we are one of them.
This hill's claimed faster machines than ours, trust me. Keep your lines wide, your eyes open for ice, and don't let the quakes shake the sense out of you.
You got it, Ed. Okay. Wait, this looks familiar. So for reasons I don't understand, I'm pretty sure this is exactly the time trial course I just started on, like that I just did. Which is strange. Anyway, let's do some surveying. So there's a lot of salt, which is soft. Bennett's got an opinion about paddles. Ooh, there's some loose over here. Loose and solid. I'm worried about the ice. We don't have an answer for the ice. Assuming the surface metrics are accurate, I don't think there's enough loose material to justify the paddles. So I think I'm gonna go pure off-road soft and just triple up so that we have enough. Because it's gonna be a lot of salt. And we'll just have a lot of them. So as far as this, I really do believe this is the track I just did. It is the track I just did. What is this? I randomly generated that. And now I gotta do it for real? I didn't even do that good in the time trial. Oh, this is bad. Well, the good news is that I have accidentally already raced it. Is this like the world's greatest coincidence? A glitch? Or what? fact, I feel like this is the same course I saw for, like, the recent Oblivion that just happened. Like, the dailies. Well, I've got no real idea what's going on here. If every single course is just this course, we'll detect that something is wrong. Either way, let's just do our best here. And I think, given the circumstances, I'm simply going to run my way through the water here, because it's not that deep, and our tires are huge. We got this fancy turn, which then couples up to this fancy turn, which I really want to like take sort of here, because it's a straight shallow shot. A lot of this is just a reiteration of what I did for the time trial, but you're getting it for the first time. I didn't survey the time trial, which is why I'm still focusing on this. I just did it blind. Despite the fact that I enjoy the process of surveying, I think I get the best advantage over my, like, dailies enemies on Oblivion. Because they can't survey, so they're not surveying better than me. So logically, I have, like, the advantage if I just drive clean and good. And I can drive pretty clean and pretty good in this vehicle. So I don't have to worry about any opponents doing some crazy stunt. And if I just drive clean, I can place reasonably high. Careful, there's some illegal gray zone here. Seems like the marker was made with the bottom mark in mind. Oh yeah, you see the diagonal line cutting through the terrain instead of following the top of it. Makes sense. I think even just in routing this, I'm doing something a little better than I did the time trial. I'm not too worried about the water, so I'll just let my future self sort of eyeball it. Got this nice scenic section, which I should probably cut tight just to keep the time good. There's a part, I think, coming up where I, like, flipped out and had a problem, but hopefully I don't do that again. Take us up something on Excels. See that sort of developing. Also, hello. Ooh, big hill. Okay, looking at the end, this is slightly different than the time trial. It's like longer. I think my time trial ended on this marker. So that's weird. Before I leave, I just want to add some danger points to the early parts of this. Feels like the responsible thing to do. Especially these, like, craggly hill sections. Perhaps not. Maybe one here. Okay. Let's check the service. No RCS, of course. We do on Ultra Torque. We are fully loaded on Off-Road Soft. I think we're ready to go. As the head of the pack in the series overall, I'm up first. Oh yeah. Oh. Weird. I don't know how like time trial connects to all this.
Okay, run the systems check, please.
Weird that I could just practice this race accidentally.
Everything's solid. Best of luck.
And it begins. Beautiful day on Tensei, and I choose to pretend to be a commentator despite the fact that I'm actually one of the racers. I have been distracted from my job as commentary immediately upon experiencing one inconvenient obstacle. Back to you, Steve. Was I making a reference to Armored Core there? Oh, yes, I set that up last time. I'm glad you liked it. I thought there was like some sort of sports commentator in Armored Core 4 Answer or something. I was like, oh hey, I'm making a reference accidentally to Weatherman Paul and his AC forecast.
200.
Somebody needs to put that character in the arena now.
200.
I feel like it would be neat if there was a way to very easily make little baby CPU opponents for Armored Core, so that I could make like a fake integration. Oh frick! Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is horrid. This may prove to be a colossal time loss. It was the combination of the earthquake, the steep hill, the fact that I am using off-road soft and not maybe something better suited for that, even though off-road soft is probably like the best general purpose wheel on the market. I had no momentum when I tried to get like that's the killer right there. I at least feel okay that problem came not as a consequence of the vehicle being destroyed, but simply at losing time. That means that we shouldn't be put in a bad situation on future races, aside from the added stress of not having a good score. But man, this is a garbage way to start. And it just keeps getting worse. I don't even know how bad my pace is because I'm the first off the line. But it's feeling somewhere from bad to horrid. I think that was like one of the few situations where it was my caution that ruined me. Normally my caution helps me, but my caution made me not be able to get up that hill. Let's get the heck out of here. That means nothing to me. At least we're sub 4 minutes. I'm happy that we're below a minute barrier. Oh, it's bad immediately. Oh, it's okay immediately. We got a very solid second place by 19 milliseconds. Wait, is that that's centiseconds. By 190 milliseconds. Frankly, for how bad that felt in the moment, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. That is workable. But yes, hello, welcome to Tensei, home of that kind of shenanigan. This is like an old repurposed mining rig, standardized for the use in this like rally circuit. Wonder what it's like to actually be mining in the Exo universe. Being in like a vaguely 3D civilian sci-fi setting makes me instinctively try and connect this to hard space shipbreakers, but I definitely do not think they share a universe nor a general universe vibe. Though maybe they share a little bit of an aesthetic. So I think the aesthetic they share is 3D, beautiful scenery, sci-fi, and like vehicles that kind of look like NASA-made future things built by like a corporation that has sponsors, which is true for this world and very true for hard space. And I think both of those come from the fact that, I mean, Homeworld is very similar. How do I'm really struggling to contemplate how about we just go wide? Thought about it, go wide. I'm starting to really regret not getting maybe the paddles. They seem like they might help. The vibe being given by the Tensei V Hall 4 is definitely about, like, going up steep hills, which scares me because I'm not confident about it. Yeah, but it's like a space future mining vehicle. And you gotta understand that for a vehicle like a mining vehicle, it is designed pragmatically for a particular purpose. And that purpose being the same whether you're in space or not, it mostly doesn't have to be modified. Oh boy. I'm gonna try and like thread the needle here, but they've bumped up the difficulty. They haven't bumped up the difficulty. They've changed what they're testing for to something I'm really not confident in my own skills. They're testing a new skill for me, one that I do not feel I have. Okay, this I can make sense of. This is just make a slalom. I can do a slalom. But you know, they're asking things of me. They're making requests. They have demands of me, War Sage. Is that a rock? No, that's just a very reflective piece of ground. Here I was thinking that Tensei would be a spring breeze, help me get into the, you know, Fusang, brand new planet never been to problem, but no, the problems start immediately. You can never be calm in rally racing. You can never let your guard down. Be stressed, be anxious at all times. You have to. You gotta. Oh, that don't look good. How's about we just follow the pitch? Probably got room if we like marketing sideways. Like, how would you change a mining vehicle per year? Oh, that's the finish line. Take a dip in the ocean, why don't we? Okay, let's do this. We're at least still a strong contender, despite the bungle of Run 1. Stage 1. Gotta use the industry lingo. Okay. We got our work cut out for us.
Okay, run the systems check, please. Checks are good, you're clear.
Now that I've remembered that I did that, I like looking at the system ready check message. Okay, here we go. Immediately defying my previous orders. Past self, if he knew what I was up to, would be very displeased. Actually, no, I think he would be very understanding. He would have been like, yeah, okay, I made that turn a little sharp, I apologize. Me and myself of different points in time are on pretty good terms with each other. Even when we don't see eye to eye, it's somewhat respectful. There's a mutual understanding.
200.
Even if we don't always meet our expectations. You can't expect me to be in charge of everything. Okay, here comes the part where I, like, just become a hot dog and start spinning. I'm gonna take it at a reasonable speed so that we don't hit any of these hills with like, too much force, and just, like, roll whip ourselves into upside down pancake. I'm in an awkward spot where I'm kind of turning into the hills with how I'm taking it. Okay, I think we lost some time over some professionals who are good at that. But I think we're still in very good standing. Probably did not park in great tune enough into that turn, but turn's a turn. If you turn, well then, next turn. I'm grateful you think so, Bennett. I generally agree. Uh-oh.
200.
Thank you, Ultra Torque. Thank you, whatever just got hit. Didn't show up on the log, but it was probably like a little bit of our spring taking a bit of a hit. Oh, we are.
200.
We're in a good spot now, and I don't remember there being anything else particularly terrifying. Wait, I just remembered. It's ice time.
200.
You are now free to be terrified. Terrified? Terrapin pie. It's like a turtle, but a pie.
200.
Actually, I think it would be really easy to, like, make a pie that, like, the top crust of the pie visually resembles the shell of a turtle or tortoise. That would look cool.
Bring it to a stop.
I don't know why the magnet wouldn't work in water, but hopefully it works in water. Good stuff. You have to remember, Thig, that we are not... that the first place person has not run yet, so their pace is not factored into the equation.
Nice job, mate. Really good work.
We don't know what our main rival's pace is yet. Because we did not get in first that last run. Oh, actually, the last racer didn't do as well. Never mind. You can go back to being amazed. Good stuff. I mean, I like it. We can workshop the name. You're coming up on halfway. Keep your way planted and your mind clear. What do you mean? It's only been like 2 stages. Up front early. Don't let adrenaline drag you into mistakes. Unless he means like the series overall. Okay. Oh, maybe he just means that, hey, we're about to be halfway done after one. Okay, you know, it makes sense. There are a lot of ways Ed can be interpreted. Ed kind of talks in vague, abstract notions of advice and encouragement. It's not always clear what he means, but he means it with all his heart. Okay, in terms of our systems, wheel geometry could use some work. Okay. Don't see any problem with a full clean. Very good. Looking nice. Let's drop it. I bet this provides real good intel to somebody actually tuning their vehicle, but I know nothing of that process. Are we good with the wheels? I think I'm going to swap out the fronts because they tend to get more worn than the rest. Put this on standby as the first in line. Just to balance our strain here. I do like the mining vehicle. I mean, I like it for the same reason that Ed likes it. It's very no nonsense. No fancy gimmicks, just drive well. And for a rally, that means drive with a... Oh man, wait a minute, this is awesome. It's almost encouraging you to like go long, arc around it backwards. This is a virtual 360. It's not a real 360, but it wants you to. Maybe. It could also want you to go this way and just like bank heavy. That might be more reasonable. I think there's a realm for both. Maybe not in a mining vehicle, but some other vehicle out there probably benefits greatly from that kind of cool move. We're gonna need like every single... This is like a Bezier curve right here. We need to make sure we actually hit that turn. For that, it's mostly just coasting, quite literally, on the ice. Okay. Sorry, that was just a little bit confusing geometry I was seeing there. You want me to hop across this skid of ice, catch the other side, turn in immediately, and then fall off a cliff. It's considered, I think we're going to take this very sharp. Oh, and then the peril is that you slide on the ice and just go flying. Are these rocks or are these... They're not rocks. These are safety. Sorry, I put the wrong marker here. Those aren't rocks. We can now proceed with confidence. What the? Interesting. I guess it is a hill. You can kind of handbrake it, and you want to fall. You want to not fall for the trap of braking here and then sliding up the hill on the ice. Probably not good for your pace. We want to safely curve left, head out into open terrain. Straight shot to, well, the next checkpoint. And then eventually the finish. Long one at the end. Okay, you want me to do a jump? Well, too bad. I'm going to be slowing down to sane, reasonable speeds. And then you want me to floor it across the ice up this hill and then into that checkpoint. Okay. All right. Oh, no! Condolences to Winnefield. Hey, remember when I said I was having technical problems? They're back. So, yeah, we're having problems with the internals. That's why the stream was so late. It was a reason the stream was so late. Can't just blame everything on technical problems.
Okay, run the systems check, please.
Yes.
Everything's solid. Best of luck.
We begin. Nice first drop. Okay, remember, horseshoe.
500.
Stumped on him. Maybe I should, like, slow down. Is this ice?
200.
That was gravel. Oh! Okay, that works. I'll take it. Messier curve. Oh, that was clean. You'd see that curve drawn in Agni Heckin paint program of your choice. That's a keyframe cubic clean turn I just took there. Alright, catch the corner. I think my survey is getting better at innately understanding the physics of the vehicle. I'm following the lines I've drawn almost perfectly. Usually I have to adjust for physics, but I've correctly predicted the physics. I might be getting good at this.
200. Front right tire puncture.
What? That's not good. That's one of my new good tires.
200.
We might have just grabbed the lead.
200.
Might. I'm pretty sure we're ahead of the second place by 30 seconds. You plan to be you can afford to be a little bit more enthusiastic there. I mean, I know I try to be humble, but I think numerically it's weird you're not, like, freaking out right now.
200.
At least for this difficulty tier, I might be setting a new track record. And now I'm losing it.
200.
I'm worried about this landing. Okay. Okay, tire is a little flat, 40 seconds ahead of second place. Maybe I should worry less. I think I think I might be a natural with the mining rig. Okay. How worried should I be about my tire? Okay, so big uphill ice adventure. Probably want to take the time to get some grip while we can. Welcome to the ice level. This one's this slalom's a bit iffy. Doesn't help that I keep alternating between sharp turns and really precise lineups. You gotta go right here, and then you gotta go right here. But I suppose for the most part, they just want me to follow the ice, the least followable part of the entire track. It's mostly subsided. Subdued. Both of those words. Oh boy. Specifically said like Wario circa the Game Boy Advance games. Oh, this almost looks familiar. It's like I did this exact kind of stunt earlier in this survey. I had to go up a very narrow corridor, uphill in icy conditions. Almost like that's what this stage is about. Okay, how destroyed is my tire? Did we put a patch on it? Certainly hope so. If not, hopefully I can repair the tire before lining up at the... Oh, no. Okay, I think we patched it. Looks good. Let's do this.
Okay, run the systems check, please. Okay, good to go. Bring it home.
Alright, welcome to ice. I am pilot-induced oscillationing. Floppy start. I'm off course. Got it. You would do this at exactly this moment where I have to do precise driving. You would deliberately cause an earthquake on this planet. I bet the race organizers got like a collection of underground nuclear bombs that they just detonate whenever a rally driver gets to that point on the track. I know they're tight. Maybe this is in the hard space universe.
200.
Oh, okay, never mind, we're fine. I said uh-oh prematurely when the situation is actually completely okay.
Keep it up.
200.
Right, here's the Wario drop.
500.
Wario, wear my tires out. If there was a WarioWare racing game, somehow, that would probably be the name of a stream I made for it. I would title a stream that.
200.
We can afford 15 seconds flipping over, it's okay. Like, look at this. Oh, frick, we're no longer winning. Floor it! Do not actually floor it. Maintain composure. Lest you lose your lead even further. Okay, I think we recovered.
Now. Slow it down. Thank you.
Sorry about falling on the side there. I don't think Bennett cares as much. I think Ed is probably unsatisfied with my performance.
Nice job, mate.
Okay, I
Really
think Ed
good
is
work.
very satisfied with my stats, but I feel like Ed's gonna come up to me and we're gonna look at the replay, and we're gonna get to that part of the replay on the race, and he's gonna be like, sloppy work, hey. You really shouldn't have flipped over sideways. Still, can't argue with results. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. That wasn't even a good Ed impression. Where'd my Ed go? Where is Ed? There's Ed. This class wasn't meant for cliffs, but you're handling it. Eyes up. No sudden moves. Keep reading the terrain. Strong lead at midpoint. Hold steady and don't let mistakes creep in. I did kind of let a mistake creep in that last run there. Okay. Just two bit stages. A bit of two stages. Oh, there's the negative land. Well, I mean, there's nothing really to deliberate on here. All we have are off-road swaps. Off-road soft, which I will swap to. I really should learn how to, like, speak language well at some point. Seems like an important skill to develop as a streamer. Maybe I should look into it. No reason to be stingy on the spares. Alright, serves up. You're gonna be cutting me through up north, but I wanna turn left. Look, I'm gonna overshoot and I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna slide down that way. Here, though, it seems to be a simple matter of get to the flag, but getting to the next flag. That's where your troubles creep in. Troubles? Problems and troubles. It occurs to me with regularity that I have a tendency to fail to say a word if I haven't decided what word to say, and end up saying both words together. It's like, which word should I use? Should I use problem? Should I use trouble? How about we just say trouble? Just put them together. You get both words. It's a nice quantum superposition of the words I wanted to say. Why say one word when you can say one word that's two words? The PodPoint economy has really fallen off. I know that joke is like half a decade old, but I don't know. Something about internet television's like streamed vision, being that it's just been me, I don't feel like we have a solid identity. Maybe it's because it has been only me. In the same way that a person doesn't really recognize that they themselves have an accent, because their accent, air quotes, is the cumulative aggregate of what they consider to be normal speech. But is actually just the particular regional or whatever source it is accent that they were just so immersed in that they didn't realize there was anything else, or just didn't consider it common enough to be something to normally integrate. In that same way, perhaps things like stream sense and personality and iconic senses of who I am and what I'm about are invisible to me, because it's always just been me, and I detect my own personal metaphorical flavor as tasteless. Doesn't help that I don't really have any other eyes to like view myself through. Like, I see me as the blandest thing ever, and there are not enough other people seeing me to paint me a picture that I can see external to myself. Tensei really brings out the philosophy in the racers. Everyone goes here and they just start to, like, start quoting, like, I don't know, Nietzsche or other philosophers that they may like.
Systems check, please. Okay, good to go. Bring it home.
Anyway, none of that's important. What's important here is the results of the race,
200.
which I think will be vaguely positive, provided I don't mess up this turn right here. I have messed up that turn right there. The future is no longer set in stone. Free will has gained control, and that means negative
200.
consequences for me, the one who tried so hard to grab hold of fate and choose it myself. Now it's up to the will of the people, and they may not agree with that. What am I saying? I've decided I'm the antagonist of a JRPG all of a sudden. I kinda am. Well, we're gaining some pace. So speaking of cultural standards and whatever other conversation notions that I'm talking about right now, why do the racers in these rallies line up in such a particular order? such that I, the first place person, am going over the rally last? What's the inspiration behind that? There's probably some justification. I don't know if it's any, like, tactical benefit or drawback. It doesn't seem like it would matter to me. But I do wonder what inspired that choice.
You're a ways in the lead here. Fantastic driving.
I guess this is a broader question about the culture of rally race organization and the nature of, like, competitive expectations. I am a complete, like, novice, uneducated, like, just general newbie to rally racing as a concept overall.
500.
This game is my first real encounter with it. So
200.
I'm a little functionally detached from the culture and sensibilities. But I do hope to learn. I do hope somebody will tell me. But it is fun that in my own isolated ignorance, I'm reinventing some of the notions that I assume exist. Even if I probably am inventing my own terms that aren't the real terms. Like with the beacons and how I have the flags, the gates, and the donut flag. That notion of, like, marking checkpoints is probably a real thing. And the types of checkpoints probably have real terms. I just do not know. Okay, pretty dark out. That won't stop me. We've got a heads-up display that emits photons. And also, like, lights on the car. Seems like the start is a trial in managing your speed going down hills. And now we got a trench run. Ace Combat would be proud. Particularly Ace Combat 7 in the mission with... I think it would be funny if there was an Ace Combat level where you had to, like, deploy missiles and ordnance that were like ingredients for a pizza, and you had to, like, carpet bomb a giant dough circle to cover it with tomato sauce. It's been too long. I haven't streamed in almost a week, and you can tell I'm happy to be back because I'm just saying things. I apologize for not having streamed in the past week. Some of it was technical issues, a lot of it was depression. Which is a technical issue, technically. It's a technicality. Interesting. Point to point, it feels like I almost want to reflect off of this checkpoint like I'm some sort of photon hitting a mirror. But realistically, I think what I'd rather do... Oh, that's devious. I don't think it'd work. If this checkpoint wasn't here and it was, like, further back over here, that would be beautiful. I'm gonna go for it anyway. That is a flag. Which means if I bank hard over to, like, here, I have enough clearance before the rock to turn in and go up the hill before the rock. Which will avoid me having to do this crazy zigzag thing at the cost of a wider turn here. I think I did something smart. I don't know if it's optimal, but I think it's clever. Sometimes it being interesting is more important than it being optimal. Sometimes the two things are correlated. And even if it's not optimal, there might be a market for it. Case in point, Opus Magnum weeklies are happening, and I have been participating. We haven't been doing all that well. We've been doing pretty good for this being my first ever entry. But sometimes you won't actually care about the metrics of the puzzle being scored, and you will instead go, hey, I'm gonna solve this like this and submit it as a non-scoring showcase. And people like it, people appreciate it, because there's more to the design than the optimal. There is new parameters for optimization. And sometimes optimizing style is the only thing you care about. Oh, does this say go around the hill? Yeah, it's a go around the hill. Guess I better go around this here hill. So kindly prepared for me to go around. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that there are so many, like, particular strata of terrain for a place that's so seismically active. Maybe it's because long ago this was, like, proper, like, hardened sedimentary layers that through the earthquakes got sheared off. Like, these are all like flat, particular packed layers of horizontal. I do not know geology terms. But like the rocks, it's like a deep layer of horizontally layered, wide, flat rocks. Or some broader scale structure that through earthquakes and maybe even ancient water slowly like corroded or chipped off. It's probably actually more the water, because it kind of reminds me of like Grand Canyon looking stuff. Maybe this used to be like ocean, and there was like ocean tidal I don't know.
Okay, run the systems check, please.
Call a geologist. Send them to Tensei.
Everything's solid. Best of luck.
Investigate the geology, report back to me. I got a race to win.
200.
Oh boy. I'll take it. Something got damaged slightly, but it's not the damage log, so I'm going to ignore it. It at least won't be too much of a detriment, and we will have a chance to repair it next stage. I didn't expect the trench to be so bumpy. But maybe that's because I am biased, and when I think of the trench run, I think of it movie Star Wars Episode 4 New Hope. And that was completely artificial, but they should put just, like, fully assembled moon planet thing. They should put the Death Star in this game so I could drive on it. That would be a great place for the slick tires! They'd have a use! Because that place would all be flat terrain and, like, particularly inclined ramps. That would be the place to have slick.
200.
Well, the Death Star... The Death Star is, like, smaller than a moon. So it wouldn't have that high gravity, but the Death Star itself does have gravity generators for the convenience of operating personnel. So that could be the event. That could be like the weather event. The gravity changes. Like there's a malfunction in the gravity well system and like gravity gets like way too high or low or something. Also, I completely bungled my clever in here. That's okay.
200.
Okay, you know what? I know that the devs are already being inundated by way too many suggestions, and this would be such an ordeal. but I truly believe that the Death Star with, like, artificial gravity malfunction as a weather event would be a fantastic stage.
500.
A great place for the slick tires.
200.
Like, it fills a niche that these planets do not currently fill. It's a new dimension. I'm suddenly very excited about this. One could argue that it might be too much like, I don't know, drag racing, but I feel like the Death Star and all, like, Imperial vessels are greebled as all heck. So, you know, there'd be lots of, like, random blocky bits that you'd have to swerve through, go through channels. There'd be hills, well, ramps, that you'd have to go up at particular points. I think there is room to have freeform terrain due to the consequences of the greebling.
200.
Obviously wouldn't be the Death Star because that's like copyright infringement. And it doesn't actually have to be an entire spherical object, though I think it would match the fact that these are planets, quote unquote. It could possibly be some sort like... I know we've been saying Death Star, but I feel like in practice it would have more so the vibes of a skate park for rallying
200.
instead of skateboarding. So there would just be like stop and obstacles and ramps and things. It'd be a lot more artificial and geometric than the broad terrains of here, but it's a similar idea and it is workable. Probably tests a lot of your ability to go from a 0 to a 45-degree incline on a sharp corner.
Nice job, mate. Really
And
good
other
work.
such things. In universe, it might be like... We can imagine that there's other racing out there, and maybe the rally racing is so popular that some person decided to construct a stage. They just built like a freeform kind of jank greebly station with artificial gravity, and they call it like, I don't know, Exo Home, and you know, the home of Exo Rally Racing, I don't know. And it's just a place. It's like a station in space. It looks cool. I'm excited for this. I don't know. I sincerely doubt this game has modding support, but I really want this to happen. And it could even have like just like general obstacles, like maybe there's an oil slick that accidentally happened because the place is it experiences a lot of bumps and crashes from all the rally racers, so the actual rally area is in some places a little disheveled. I'm too excited about this. It's not even real. Okay. Nearly there. Just keep the wheels pointed where the mountains won't kill you. Simple as that. You're leading. Nothing fancy from here on. Just finish strong. You got it. I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at. Mostly, I feel like I'm looking at the color green. Alright, starting with service. This seems like a full clean. Good. That was a good use of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then as far as the tires, we may as well get some fresh ones on. No need to be stingy. We are as ready as we can be. There are more viewers for this stream than I usually see, and I suspect some of them are coming from the Exo Rally Championship Discord, which has a bot that tells you when somebody's streaming the game. I'm too scared to, but if you want to convey the whole Death Star idea in suggestions somewhere, or like get the word out, go ahead. You don't even need to credit me because I'm too scared that people will be like, what the heck are you doing? This is a terrible idea. But if they do like it, just remember where you came from. I'm sure the devs have more important things to worry about than adding the Death Star. Wait a minute, I think I remember seeing, well, something of this design in like one of the first dailies I ever did. I think it was like one of the sprints. I guess it's just a comment that... Actually, wait, hold on! This is a 360 flag. In the mining rig course. This is the first one I think we've seen this entire series. In all of Heavy Haul 4, that is the first donut. The first canonical donut beacon. Any particular reason I'm following this curve so tightly? I could just bank left. I mean, I guess I have to slalom it anyway. It's a question of if I want to go this way around this bump or that way around this bump. I guess I'll go this way, but I'm going to try and go over this bumpy terrain that's otherwise smooth in the broad scale. Go down here, sub to the fact that this is going to be loose terrain. At least it's not ice. Like, brake hard, and then, like, be forced to scurry around everything. Watch out for the boulders. I'm gonna be an advocate for this Death Star idea. We need a better name for it. I mean, I know the Death Star idea is very clear and concise for us talking about it, but it's gonna give people who don't know what we're talking about the wrong impression. Too detached from my actions. Lower the camera a bit. Easy. Ooh, tricky, tricky. Do I go for that? I think I do, even if it will ultimately destroy me. I don't think it will, but it might. I don't actually know if it might. But I need to respect the threat it visually portrays. Even if it is a fiction. Because it might not be. Even if it probably is. I feel like I've kind of phoned it in on the survey here. Probably because the track is so long, but also because there's no egregious extreme terrain problems here. It's just long. It's also the last stage of Tensei. Let's begin. Justification for how the heck that station could exist. This game very likely takes place in the same universe as Exo 1, by the fact that it's made by the same people and has Exo in the name of the game. We're in a distant future where, like, space travel is easy and the hyperspace is confined to more than just a single random marble. So, that marble had the ability to artificially manipulate its gravity. So, they could probably put that in a station to make the gravity good. So we don't have to just steal gravity well generators from Star Wars. when gravity manipulation is already a thing we know that the Exo 1 could do.
200.
This is immediately bad.
500.
Not as bad as it might have been. Okay. Yeah, that was bad, but it was less than 15 seconds of bad. Let's just make it up. You lose time flipping over in some of the most unexpected places. Okay, time for the first real donut in all of Heavy Haul 4. It's a real donut! I'm using the brakes! I'm drifting! Never before have you seen a heavy hauler do this. Staying mad, staying mad. I don't know why I said that. I'm not even that toxic. Okay, start to respect the terrain again. We do not want another flip out. Oh, hey, the tires for my competitors. Like I said, I would overshoot this severely, but I kind of have no choice but to correct inside. We proceed. Okay, we're good. As long as nothing absurd happens.
200.
Not the line I was hoping to
200.
take.
Front, right, spring, damaged, rear, left, tire, puncture.
I'm losing control of the situation.
200.
Okay. Oh, forget it. How do I,
You want pickup? Copy that. We're inbound.
I'm out of here. Not only did I flip over, I missed the checkpoint, so I'd have to go back, go up. I'm just leaving. I punctured a tire. Just get me out of here. A little bit to the right. Okay, we're out. Oh, that's so ominous. How does this change my placing? I'm still in the lead. I did not show up for the last race and I still got it. What the? Oh no. Okay, I see. Tristan also had a problem. And Kieran was pretty far behind from... Okay, we got real lucky. We got real lucky. What the heck was that I just saw? Oh, are show you like replay mode randomly? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can enter photo mode. I can leave photo mode, which puts me in the replay UI, which otherwise doesn't do anything. I try and press continue, that doesn't work. I try and pause, it doesn't work. I can cycle the camera, I can turn auto cycling on and off, but I can't leave. Okay. Let's let's reboot the game. Can't even do that. Okay, I did that. Let's hope everything is normal and good. Game was so mad that I won a race, well, run a series by abandoning the last race that it broke. Trapped me in perpetual replay land. Okay, what is the circumstances? Okay, alright, okay, it marks our progress as complete. We did in fact win Tensei. We don't get our victory ceremony, but we did do it, okay. On to the new world. Rally Fusang. I have never been to this planet. I have actively avoided it because I wanted to discover it for the first time in the series. And that time is now. What if this is secretly the Death Star that I've been asking for? Probably not. Welcome to Fusang. It is dark, it is lava-y. Lava. High viscosity lava rivers rapidly increase higher temperatures. Brief contact is survivable, but sustained exposure melts treads and guarantees blowouts. Balance speed against thermal damage. That is terrifying. I need to check something for a second, because I have this suspicion that I need to verify. Okay, I checked. I was wrong. I had a brief suspicion that this might have been one of the planets from Exo 1. It is not. But the resemblance, very noticeable. Honestly, if they were going to add new planets to the game, it would probably be one from Exo 1, or they would just continue what they're doing and make other cool new ones. I'm still advocating for the Death Star. Alright, Ed. Oh, lava bombs! I'm sorry, there was more. Volcanic eruptions on Fusang regularly hurl molten bombs across racing routes. Once grounded, these red-hot masses roll downhill with dangerous momentum. Drivers must read their movements quickly, as strikes can cripple systems or force sudden evasive maneuvers. Okay, watch for rolling rocks. I am scared. There's like a real possibility that I do not finish this series. Ed doesn't even have words for me. I am scared. If there's any ash falls, you'll want those paddles. Could just take a set of each. I'm very scared. Atmosphere, poisonous. O2 leaks are fatal. Gravity 0.94 G, air density 2.21 times Earth. Volcanic world, perpetual upheaval, and surface fraction by molten. Oh my goodness. They've taken me to a hellish location. Ash, stone, lava, gravel, ash, mud, ash, stone, ash. Okay, okay. Thega, do you have any experience with this planet? As I don't think you've, particularly stopped yourself from looking at any planets. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I was scared coming into this, then Tensei was a heck, and then I felt fine, but now I feel scared again. Oh boy, oh boy. Off-road hard, paddle is what I'm gonna go with. I am very scared. And I'm going with off-road hards. Oh goodness, what's gonna happen to the survey drone? The heck kind of material is this? Well, it looks like they're starting us off gently enough. Just a nice little tunnel to run through. The Death Star is too forgiving for... Oh no, they want me to go over lava? I mean, I get it, that's the point. You go over lava here. I'm... Ay. No, no. If I can forestall this problem for as long as I can, I will. I'm banking wide left so I can arc right. Now I understand what they mean. This is a question of, do you risk the lava or do you route around it? I'm routing around it because I am scared. Maybe one day I won't be. Maybe one day I'll be forced to actually, like, lava it up. But if that's not now, all the better. More power to the day. It's like Tensei, but instead of being slippery, you explode. This is where the real rally racing starts now. I see. These channels force me to ask the question. You had a chance to change your higher state of matter, would you? And the answer, for me, is a very resounding no. I do not want my tires to go from a solid to a liquid. Oh, but I have to. They're not giving me a choice anymore. It is no longer optional. Okay, in that case, speed is my friend. Just floor it. Floor it and hope the tires survive. This place fills me with a dread. Great dread, the fear. I mean, strictly speaking, every new planet did this to me in some capacity. This one's just sort of a choreographed, hey, do a serpentine. And round 2 of wait, it might not be round 2. They've given me choice. Either I go across the lava immediately for a strong, solid speed advantage, or I keep left, go around it right here where it dries out, or I guess cools out, cools off. Not the point. Either way, both destinies will converge here. Oh man. I'm using the storm as a way to light my path. Okay. This is a race. You're really gonna send me out there with no spares? Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. I'm taking those to the bank. Deposit them on the chassis. Give me an interest loan. Surviving this race will be a victory for me. I expect like 1/3 of the racers here to be dead by the end of this rally. Or at least there will be a lot of no finishes. Probably because their tires exploded and they can't move anymore. So really, resource management is going to be very important in the long run here. I'm scared. I am very scared. Bennett, Bennett, Bennett.
Everything's solid. Best of luck.
Fear. Fear. It begins. Is that a tornado? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, well, I don't need the bank wide if I'm already going this slow anyway. No, I do not have the speed to go over that lava. No, thank you.
500. Caution, volcanic rolls.
Oh, okay, okay. We're watching for rolling rocks now.
200.
Yep, there they are. And they are apparently bombs. So... Oh, no. Okay, you know what? If flipping over is the... Yeah, no, if we survive this race, I'm declaring victory. It doesn't matter. Okay, they set bombs, but they don't seem to be particularly explodey, so that's a nice positive. I can't stay on top of this hill as I was hoping.
200.
Okay. Now we cut ourselves back into the trench as a tornado decides to show up. No, we can... It'll be fine. Everyone else will have such a horrid time that we'll be okay.
200.
Have faith. I do not have faith, but you should have faith. You're not the one here. I mean, I guess you're in a flying vehicle and a volcanic rock could flap into you and that could be scary, but... Overall, I'm the one in trouble here. Okay, we are forced to floor it. Huh? Okay, we lived. Okay, that maybe wasn't that bad.
200.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Good signaling past stealth. Nearing the slalom, I think. Hard to tell considering how dark it is. Does the daytime happen on this planet? I certainly hope so.
200.
I usually get the impression that a volcanic planet would be closer to the orbiting sun, but this volcanic activity might be fueled by, like, meteor impacts churning the surface instead of, like, high solar shenanigans. Okay. Given how well last time went, I am going to drive over this lava at full speed. It went well. Now we just have to cross the finish line. Stick to the fundamentals. The lava thread is gone. We just need to finish this race. So concerns go back to speed and not flipping over. Okay, that was terrifying, but it went okay. We were the first racer off the line. Let's see how many died. Ooh. Wow, we did so bad, we didn't even get points off that. You have to be in the top 10 to get points. Jen Gonzalez has crashed and shall miss the stage for repairs. Bad start, bad start. But we've gotten a taste for it and what to expect. Okay, so there is daytime. Seemingly. Easy weather. Safety is the most important. Yeah, Bennett. Overall, I feel like my performance here may ruin our chances in the series. But I feel like I gave it a good try. This could be the one that got away. I think, given the opposition we're dealing with right now, we have to come to terms with that. Victory was never guaranteed. And maybe at the start it was expected. We're starting to meet an opponent that, like, this is perhaps the hardest terrain that we've ever had to deal with. Molten. Is this just straight up lava? Is this just straight up lava? No, this might be ash. Okay. It doesn't look red and glowing and molten. It just looks like it's red and reflective. Yeah, I don't see... Yeah, I think they expect us to go on this stuff. This might be the ash paddle terrain that we do not have to paddle for. Just try and keep our tires at a reasonable speed to maintain what grip we have. It's a really intimidating opener, though. Keep low to get a feel for the intricacies of the terrain here. Want us to cut through. Oh, here's that ash ball they warned us about. So in lieu of paddles, we're just gonna have to use momentum. In a weird way, it's starting to feel like Tensei a bit. I miss Tensei. I miss Duel. I think Duel's the planet I feel the most, like, natively attuned to. Like, New Earth is nice, but it's just Earth 2. It's Earth New. Oh, hey, lovely crater. Classic cool stuff. Okay. We do what we have to do. A lot of contenders have an opinion about banking right immediately. Wonder why.
Okay, systems check, please.
Check.
Everything's solid. Best of luck.
I'm an idiot. You know what? No. We live with our mistakes.
100.
We can make that time up by being awesome.
200.
We've already made up 10 seconds of it.
Right screen damaged.
Okay, I think we lost something. Also, I realized now that was probably not the pace of the first place person, that was just the pace of whoever's immediately in front of me. You know, it's looking pretty good, and now it's looking pretty bad. I think that was a clutch reverse. Might have also used the clutch to reverse. I don't know if that's hygienic.
200.
I just realized this is only the pace of the people who have raced yet, and I'm not the last off the line anymore. So yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to do, actually. But it seems like
100.
the mistakes I'm making are purely terrain and flipping out mistakes. I think I'm panicking too much about the lava situation and not so much about the
Few more of those.
hill situation.
Territory, mate.
100.
We just step back, return to the fundamentals. Read the terrain.
200.
Let the vehicle tell me what it wants. What it needs. Into that. Into this. Rocky. Handled well.
Okay, picking you up now.
For all
Slow
our
it down.
early mistakes, I think we recovered quite well. I don't expect to win, but I do expect to not be in a bad spot. We are away.
Good job, mate. Bringing you up now.
Thanks, Bennett. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, look at that. 1/10 of a second. We did good then. We locked in. We clutched it. That puts us back in contention. We are still very far behind. Nothing short of a problematic performance by Giovanni will let us close the gap. But a second place on this rally will clinch us for gold in the series overall. There's hope. We got hop. Fusang teaches patience and restraint. Hopefully you'll learn it sooner than later. Yeah, it's been a tough lesson. Good start. Drive your pace, not theirs. Keep your head clear. Yeah, I do agree that I should probably lock in. Okay, volcanoes, lava, ash, gravel, stone, lava. Hard to determine. Okay. We're going to lethal lava land for this one. So I definitely want to stick with the... These don't look particularly lava-y. Those might be the time for the paddles. But right now, I think we swap to the other... Sorry, I'm looking for an indication that the last stage is also a service stage. I think it is, because this is like 3 races off the line. Yeah, okay. My tire strategy will be to swap to the other off-road hards for this one, and then use the paddles next service. Repairs. Okay, so ash is not particularly a problem. I would like to repair everything else, though. Suspension took a hit. The engine's also got some problems. Okay. Oh, you can drop from heights by holding. I don't think I knew that. Neato. Okay, we look good here. Back and survey. Okay, this is feeling pretty dual-coded. I say that because there is a rock to dodge. And plenty more where that came from. For the most part, though, this feels like an obstacle course, something I can manage. Terrain doesn't look that bad just yet, and we could cut tight whenever we feel like it. Is that a black hole? Looks like a black hole from here. Wasn't paying too much attention. Yeah, all the lava around, I didn't really have time to worry about the giant black hole. I wonder if in extreme gravity wells, the organizing body has to make particular rulings about race times. I can't imagine that we're like dominated by a black hole, because it was sunny earlier. It was at least brighter. Yeah, this is some classic dual obstacle course type routing. I feel okay about that. Who knows when they'll suddenly add... Might be some lava bombs when we get to that point. But that's then. Now, time for Wraith. Okay, they're giving me a question again, and my answer is going to be caution. But not full dismissal. My plan is to go shallow here so that I can turn over, take that awkward jump, speed over this and ignore the lava to the side of me, thus keeping me on this side of the lava when ascending towards this checkpoint. I try and take it wide because I don't know how the steep hill will affect my handling. Then turn this way. Not too sharp, actually. It is on this occasion where I think I finally say, screw it. We're going full bore. Because this is the flattest part of the terrain. Over here, and I hit a trench at a weird angle. This is going to be a lot of lava exposure, but I think the tires can handle it. I hope the tires can handle it. That gives us the luxury of good terrain. It's been a while since I've used RCS. Probably because there is none on this thing. Okay, this shouldn't be a big deal if I can get that cut here. And straight ahead, no real surprises. This is a little bit of a surprise. It's so surprising. You are posing me a routing question. Allow me to answer. My answer is to go real wide. Not necessarily because of the lava. The lava is a factor. More so just to keep smooth terrain. Terrain really is my weakness. The car flipping is really what's getting me. As long as I kind of feel the gentlest curves and the smoothest ground, I think I can manage. And then this, just floor it. Even if every single wheel we have explodes upon crossing this lava river, we should, like, roll over the finish line if we have enough momentum. While I'm here... Yeah, Bennett's just concerned for my well-being. Yeah, I could use some words of encouragement about all the lava. We're in contention. Welcome. This place is so intimidating. This place is extremely intimidating. I'm all discombobulated.
Okay, run the systems check, please. Okay, good to go. Bring it home.
Okay, starts with an obstacle course. So just follow the line tight. Good turn.
200.
and at your own convenience. Up the rock, but no harm. Okay. I think we're starting to get our stable groove back. The fundamentals have returned. Let's just try and keep them there.
200.
Okay, mostly flat terrain right now. I am veering way off course.
200.
How did that happen? Was the terrain a lot slipperier than I thought it would be? Perhaps. Maybe I had more speed than I thought. Either way, that turn was very cool.
Caution, volcanic bombs.
Okay, it's bomb time.
200.
Okay, right, I remember, this is the floor point. If the tire's gonna pop, it's here. Got it? We're good. Okay, we're losing some grip on turns. We're still steady. In this video, I'll be explaining exactly what I do to collect the gold medal on the Fusang Rally and 0.5 throttle presses. But first, we just clear something up. I can't see in front of me, and I don't remember what's ahead, so I'm just going to follow the track I've traced for myself at a somewhat reserved speed.
200.
Oh. Yeah. That was a bad loss of pace, but I think we've been holding so dominant so far
200.
that it will not negatively affect us too much.
200.
Yeah, we are in a good spot. I think a lot of the other racers are forced to be either extremely cautious or they are making reckless decisions that cause them to lose a lot of time. Because I'm flipping, and I still am winning by over almost a minute. Yeah, I think I can afford to be more cautious, pace-wise. Because a consistent string of first-place finishes is necessary for me to climb back up to the rankings overall, because that one 12th place finish did me no favors. Rain and slip. Nothing to it. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of lava crossing. So let's just focus on the hills. Be real informative to my future self. Because in the darkness of these stormy conditions, it is difficult to visually see anything ahead of me. So I need to trust the pace notes real hard, and I need to make sure the pace notes are trustworthy. Not necessarily in that order. Oh, what the heck. Oh, it's raining. Probably why we had such slip problems last stage. Not only is it ashen and several other things, but it's also raining. Maybe I should have brought the off-road softer, maybe just the paddles, maybe just more paddle. I didn't factor the weather in my grip calculations. Would the paddles have even helped for rainy conditions? I don't know. I guess water does count as loose terrain. And they are literally called paddles. If they can't paddle you through, like, water and wetness, then why the heck do you call them paddles? You know, I've developed an opinion. My opinion is we don't go that way. We go this way. Try and cut through the noise and locate signal. That's probably a lava bomb spot as well. Okay. Be real careful here, terrain-wise. Really warn my future self about that. Okay, it seems like the only concern here is driving. That's the flag. That's a... Okay. Caldera moment. Since you seem to be so inclined. See, that was a pun on the fact that we have to go up a hill to get in there anyway. Get off the hot bed of lava immediately. This should be fine to go across, just a quick terrain check. Terrain seems okay. This also seems reasonably good, though it is a bit of a shallow angle. So I do worry about our... If we go over a lava river at an angle, we're technically going over more lava. Interestingly, this lit lava river appears to only be on fire. Well, okay, lava isn't fire. Get our terms good. Yeah, this is the big cut through. I think if we risk accidentally turning into this, so like that's a threat, that's a threat. This is the narrowest part of the lava for round 2. We cut through, and then we can go over this thin bit. Otherwise, we have to go over this thick bit, which I don't know if the tires will survive that. Then we just keep the run going. Hopefully the tires will have cooled down at this point. That's just hit it at speed, hit it at speed. Terrain's mostly flat, hit it at speed. Careful of this little bit. Oh, look who decided to show themselves. It's the obelisks. Make this wide so that we can kind of climb up this less lava-y section. It's just a big hill muscle climb, and I'll make sure there's no anomalous rock. There it is. How's about we take it a little shallower? This is probably Lava Bomb Central. Brought to you by this eruption in the ground. So get ready to improv. You do need to take this turn sharp as to avoid that splash of lava. After that, though, it's mostly just follow the hill down. Are we safe? We are safe, I think, to cut through this. Careful of that rock. We'll have to jump the lava again, but the terrain seems mostly even. Okay. Now, it doesn't all come down to this, but it all comes down to this. It all comes down to whatever race you have to be doing at any particular moment. And we're doing this one. Fear that it instills in me, notwithstanding. I have immediately forgotten the start of this survey. Trust the notes.
Okay, systems check, please.
Trust the notes.
Okay, be careful out there.
Cautious, be reserved, and trust the note. Note says be careful, I'm being careful. Path itself has a lot to answer for, but the answers Path itself have been giving are very good. I'm liking these answers. Good work, Path itself. Solid drift. Solid drift. I remember there being a part where we're like cutting to the outside edge of some rocks and stuff. When is that? Well, certainly not here. Oh, I remember this.
200.
Okay. Pace is good. Keep the driving steady.
200.
I say immediately losing traction and almost missing that checkpoint. This is the wide section.
500.
I know there's a bit of an obstacle course involved, so I'm going to slow down and keep tight with the notes. There is rolling rocks.
Caution, volcanic bolt.
Yeah, I saw the HUD interface before you even said anything.
500.
I think the onboard alert system is a little behind the actual reality of the situation. And it also seems like the lava bombs are more of a locational threat or hazard than like a planet-wide thing like the seismic quakes or the micrometeors. Because those are practically weather. This is hazard on the fourth. The hazards being entire freaking volcanoes.
200.
Oh, caldera moment. Do people say if you're so inclined to mean if that is your preference? Because it's somebody leaning towards that option, metaphorically? Is that the connection?
We'll be onto the leader soon here.
Are we not on the leader yet? Or do you mean like in the rally overall? I saw the temperature thing blink, and I think that's the first time I recognized that it was blinking. Oh, I saw one of the tires perimeter going red, so we're starting to get visual feedback that I wasn't noticing before because I was too busy steering.
500. 200.
Oh, right, the obelisks. Oh, and combined with the lava bombs that might be happening right now,
Low panic on.
we are going to get no visual feedback. I'm losing connection to the third-person drone. Maybe if I went first person, this wouldn't be a problem. Ow!
Drive
Ow!
right tire puncture.
We have a tire puncture. Okay, that's probably from the lava bomb. Okay, how do we deal with this? We're about to cross the finish line anyway. I don't think we replaced the tire. Keep it. I thought those square indicators were the lava bombs. For a second, no, they're my "you're okay" notes. Sorry for misreading the situation past itself. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what you're gonna be through in like a minute.
Okay, picking you up now. Slow it down. Thank you.
Okay, I think we survived. By evidence of our survival. Exhale. Exhale.
Nice job, mate. Really good work.
Thank you. Okay. Standings are good. We are on the tail of Tristan. And everyone else is pretty far behind. And the only reason we're so high up in contention right now is because Tristan had a poor stage 3. How's other people doing, by the way? Okay, Tommy Debbie appears to have suffered a major injury. Understandable that it happened on this course. I hope you a speedy recovery. This is the part of the rally where restraint beats bravery. Keep doing the simple things right. Right in the mix. Keep it tidy, keep the nerves down, and you'll stay in striking distance. Okay, we've got a rally ahead of us. No service for three stages till the next service. It'll be a long one. It is my interpretation of the situation that these upcoming courses do not have much in the way of lava threat. And I think the orange glowy bits that I'm seeing there, okay, not the ones with hyper bloom, are ash. A lot of these are showing ash, a little bit of gravel. I think this is the moment where we make a strategic play. We swap the paddles. Unfortunately, we only have 2 paddle spares. I will install both of them. These are selected from left to right, yeah? Maybe I just put that away. I'm afraid. No, I'll bring it. I'll bring it. I'll take it with me, just in case everything goes absolutely wrong. We'll have a durable spare tire. Okay, let's do repair all clean on full commit. Plenty of time. Well, I think all things considered, I'm very good at not totaling the vehicle. Good stuff. Okay, time to survey. go. Okay, so it seems like vaguely bumpy terrain to start off. Let's see if we can follow the curves to a decent extent. Seems like it would prefer me to go up the hill here, then turn sharp. Feel a bit more comfortable about doing that. The alternative. A little bit of a mini trench. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that the board was here, monitoring this race. I just look up and I see a little piece of floating geometry. I knew I was thinking, oh, this part seems too normal. What's the catch? I found it. Like when your boss walks in. Got you in the middle of playing a hit video game, Solitaire. Actually, that's mostly like a cultural movie thing at this point. I think people, if they're procrastinating on a computer, they're doing more than just playing Solitaire. The procrastination meta has gotten a lot more fancy. Do you think we're sufficiently warned about that? I don't know if I feel sufficiently warned about that. I feel like I'm getting the hang of Fusang, but the place is so intimidating regardless. As much as the terrain is reasonable, the lava hazard is... you can factor it. It's factorable. But just the storms, the lava, the darkness, the board. Where's the board? Right there. There's the board. We found him. It is so intimidating. My nerves are nervous. It's just a descent into darkness. I'm putting those in there just to say, like, hey, you're going down a steep hill. Pull it on the speed. We cannot afford a flip out. We'll be rolling down the hill for hours until we actually stop and can be flipped over normally. I'm gonna be honest. I've been in a, like, I mentioned depression earlier this stream, but I think this has been like some of my best stream work, commentary-wise, in a long time. I've been on a roll. I needed this. As much as I'm feeling great fear and anxiety over the actual race itself, the stream, like one meta-narrative layer removed, this is great. I'm having a good time, and it's really helping me get through just the time that I'm getting through. Thank you for your, like, narrative presence in this. Sometimes it takes a bit to remember that I actually enjoy streaming. Ooh, that's a rain feature. I think we are forced to go up this way just based on our turn. But that puts us in a good spot for the obstacle course. But we will need to brake immediately. Anything less than a hyper sharp turn here will put us straight into the rocks. Wait. This is a lie. This is a trap. I won't be fooled. There is another path. There's another destiny for us. I see it. Because this is a flag. Okay, here is the plan. We don't need to cut up because we are in a flag slalom. We can just go straight up the hill, avoiding that rock. Bank real far up, so far that we pass the checkpoint up here, and then that gives us plenty of time. To bank that way. So that's the real danger here. It's just we bank hard enough that we don't get to the rocks at all. And then keep going. Now watch out for the bumpy terrain here as we reestablish ourselves with Terra slightly lower to the ground up. I don't know Latin. You want me to say terra firma? It's as firm up there as it is down here, which is to say it's loose soil. Well, loose ash. I'm running out of time to survey. Oh no! Okay, it'll have to do. I got way too distracted. Okay, so there are problems. We can overcome some of them. At least. At least we know that the early pace notes are good.
Okay, systems 2, please.
Time to run the gauntlet. Paddle time.
Okay, be careful out there.
Okay, much priority needs to be put towards just stabilizing, having no fault, no issues. Make sure the tires aren't worn, make sure we don't pop anything. We've got a long way to go with no service. So this is going to be a trial of endurance. I am slipping profusely. The pace notes are already not reflecting the reality of the situation. Hello, the board. Starting to question my decision on the paddles. I feel very slippy.
200.
Will endure. A tire's a tire. It's better than no tire. And when we get to the ash, it'll be invaluable. Or even just gravel. my paddles, I'm regretting them real good. Yeah, the grip is just not as there as I was hoping.
200.
But still, solid performance. Adjust our turning expectations. Maybe just like slow keep momentum. Consistency will let us make up the pace.
200.
And all things considered, we are taking the hills very good. It's not the turns.
200.
We are dead even for pace. I suddenly remember there was a part in the pace notes where I really did not want to
200.
overturn. I am scared for that part now. Not again.
Front, left, damper,
Okay,
damaged.
we landed. Our damper is damaged but not destroyed. We have hit a rock. But we're still standing. Not boding well for the other two races. We might fall simply due to lack of service. Through my fault to these paddles.
200. 200.
Easy, easy. We're getting too much air.
We need you to push a little harder now.
I can't, mate. I'm sideways.
Points may be off the table now, mate. Think about distraction.
200.
No, I'm going for it. You'd be surprised at what time we can make up. Okay, 21 seconds is a big ask. But we've won by more before.
200. 200.
Keep this up, we can do it.
Caution, volcanic walls.
200.
I remember this. Back in it, Bennett. We're back in it, Bennett. Okay, now we're getting to the part where the pace notes sort of fall off. So, exercise caution. Okay. Go down to like obnoxiously low speeds. No mistakes. No
200.
mistakes. We can lose all the pace in the world. Just make no mistakes. We're ahead by 18 seconds. We'll probably finish the race in 18 seconds. Let's finish in 36. We'll be fine. Okay. We survived. We adapted. Goodness me. We're back. Tristan is holding on to a very nebulous lead. But there are many more courses to go, for better or for worse. Oh man, okay. Consider skipping. Check your tires and RCS. Bennett, I understand that these are like pre-canned messages you're sending me from like a spreadsheet. That's like all the things that you would choose to say to me, as opposed to like wording it in a particular way every single time. I understand you've automated your workflow like this so that you got your spreadsheet, you calculate the results, they take you to a table of options of things to say, but please exercise a little bit of proofreading. The fact that you've assumed in your spreadsheet that you would always have to care about the RCS when this is the mining rig. You know, just maybe add an if statement to your spreadsheet somewhere. Help have that opinion. Now, I'm saying this in universe, that Bennett has a spreadsheet and then just says stuff in it instead of having to like find new and interesting and creative ways to phrase everything ever said. So this is not a failure on the game. This is a failure on Bennett. This is squarely Bennett's fault. So says I. Anyway, let's serve this stage. Unassuming start. Makes me all the more concerned. Deceptively simple. Where's the plot twist? Where's the plot twist? I know there's a plot twist. Okay, here's a little bit of a narrative tension. I wouldn't call it a plot twist, but I do have to care about it. Here's the this is where taking the paddles pays off, hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, the client doesn't care how I get over this hill. How about I almost want to muscle my way through here. Puts me on a nice straightaway here. We can use the ash for grip. That checkpoint's a freebie. This so far is just feeling like a paddle check. The event organizers were just like, hey, how about we have a course that punishes people for arbitrarily not having paddles on right now? And we're at it now. Here it is. Unfortunately, they did not account for the fact that I do indeed have paddles right now. Alternatively, if you wish to think a bit less, if you want to think a bit more highly of the event organizers as less mischievous, like, tricksters, as I tend to, you could also argue that this was alright, let's give a very nice and gentle course following that scary one because this is a long stretch without any service. That would be a kinder interpretation, though it is less humorous. And in the absence of any other factors, I have so far characterize the race designers as having a sense of humor. But that's not to say comedy is the only element that they ever consider. I truly believe that there may have been some aspect of easing the fact that this is just a long endurance race that will wear out tires in a long run without service. Oh, this is an interesting question. Do you go into the caldera for good drift? Or do you go around the outside for not have to contend with this hill? I think the hill isn't that bad if we take it slow. And then we're in here, and then we can just, like, take advantage of all the ash in the world. And then, I guess. I'm lost. Where's the track? Oh, the track is that way. My apologies. Going the exact wrong way. But you can see once again, they have not made this a donut. Though I suppose they do want us to ride the caldera the wide way around. Just a question of route. There's the board. If you're wondering why I'm calling the upside down black pyramid in the sky the board, it's not because it has a flat top and is just sort of floating there. It is because it is the board of directors. Play hit video game control. I haven't, but I know about it. I think I actually like the ash because the ash as a terrain feature kind of makes me trust that the terrain itself is smooth, which is a lot more of a threat than low friction. Large sprint to the finish. How's this gonna go? Get the suspicion we want to sort of hold left a little bit. Ah, they show their hand. They want us to do wacky slalom stuff. It's not that wacky, but this felt like an entire unified mountain off in the distance where we could see nothing but the silhouette perilously imposing on the horizon. Okay, it's a long one, but it's a pretty normal looking one. I don't know why the hazard rating's at 4. Are they gonna pull a stunt? Maybe they pull a stunt. Let's just keep sane, keep stable. Barring some crazy narrative event, I think this stage will mostly be simple, uneventful, as long as I drive good.
Could be better, but you got the green light. Good luck, mate.
Yeah, just
200.
work or endurance.
200.
It has already gone abysmal. We saved it. We proceed.
200.
Had contact with that hill. Slow enough that we were able to save it. That's how we'll win this. Good.
200.
Very good. Very good.
500.
Okay, Ash. Grip, not as much as I was hoping, but still good overall for how bad it might have been. We're way off the nose, but
200.
they all converge. I don't know why the compass indicator was so worried about that turn, but seems fine in the end. And landing. And then it considered skipping this one. I don't know what he was so worried about. I am worried about this drop. Though the only thing I'm really losing on it right now is time. Saved it. Breaking news, local exception saves it. All spectators agree it was totally saved. Is this the Caldera Donut? I think it is.
200.
Good job, Ultra Torque. Proceed. And really, in principle, we can just exit the volcano at any point. But I'll try and go in the direction of the next checkpoint, since I have the opportunity. Things continue to be going all right.
We'll be onto the leader soon, yeah.
A little bit of a slip means I'm going to take a sharp hill, but it's at such a low speed that I can't possibly flip over as a result of it. So we're fine. Respect the notes. Notes respected. Tire wear looks pretty good for how long this course is. I think they will survive unless they explode on lava or something. Okay, I think we're going to like dangerous mountain slalom zone, but this opening in between here and there is relatively clear. Just watch for particular terrain details. Like this one. This also probably worth considering.
200.
Slalom time. Alright, good run. I am preemptively declaring victory in a way that might have been the prelude to massive amounts of hubris, but which I don't think so. I think this is just the end of the race. I almost hit that rock.
Caution, volcanic
Excuse me, the race is over. I would like my trophy before you hit me with a volcano fragment. Thank you. Oh, Tristan did not fare well. 8th place. I think that puts us in decisive first now. We could totally skip the next race. We could absolutely just skip the next race. Do you want to do that? Just to know what it feels like. Not sure it's worth it. Yeah, you're worried about this one. And you know what? I'll take you up on that offer. I don't know what it is about this particular course that has you extremely concerned. The last one seemed fine. This one does seem to have a lot of tight turns near the back side of it. You know what? Let's skip the stage. We get fancy music. Okay, the worst case scenario has happened in our absence. Tristan Giovanni got first. That means they're getting 15 points and we are going to be relegated back to 2nd place. Yep, there we are. That's okay. We do not need first in the series. We just need, well, we don't need first in this rally. We just need first in the series. And we've got some buffer for first in the series. No mistakes. And we should be fine. If there are mistakes, we'll see. All right, last stretch. However this ends, you've proved these rigs belong anywhere. Nearly home. Don't defend too hard. Don't get desperate. Bring it back in one piece. This is it. Okay. We have got relatively fresh off-roads. We're ready to go. Meanwhile, repairs. Repair everything. And do a little clean. That was a lot of our time. Our suspension did take a big hit earlier. I think we're ready. Well, I mean, we have to survey first, but I think the vehicle's ready. So, what's the deal here? Rough terrain, not so hilly, just uneven, unpaved, let's say. Pretty standard stuff, nothing we can't just muscle our way through. Alright, here's where we have to start caring about things. A little bit of an obstacle course, it seems. Okay, starting pretty simple. close to the actual rock. Okay, so far it's just been negotiating these hills. A bit of a spot. This is a roll threat. This is a roll threat zone. Try and take these perpendicular to the hill. Now, how sharp of a turn do you want? Not that sharp. We are gonna be in the lava zone. There's probably gonna be rocks everywhere. And, this concern. Oh, this is a big concern. We're gonna have to take a thick piece of lava at an angle. I fear for our tires. Nothing to it. We need to do that. Otherwise, we have to go like super crazy around and then like navigate through here. But even then, we have to deal with this part. So there's nothing for it. We have to do that. Just a passing curiosity for a moment. How long does it take for the tires to cool off upon hitting the lava? And I mean in like accumulated heat buildup, not like them melting. If they melt, they're gonna solidify, yeah, but the thing that they solidify into is not gonna be a tire anymore. Okay, it's a real thin bit, but oh, there's a rock there too. How about a very, very wide? Dodge every rock in existence. That puts us to cross this more perpendicular, not that it... How? Okay, I see a okay. So there's the insane route, which I will not be doing. But the least insane alternate that still has a reasonable pace, I think is going this way. We cross here. A little bit of a jump, truth. Actually, the fact that it's a jump may serve us well. Though I do fear landing on it poorly. We can then bank this way and then cut across this bit perpendicular. Sway our way back over to reach this, and then we have eventual time to correct, heading into this very narrow checkpoint. From here it's straight on through very, very bright scenery. If at all possible, we're going to make that sharper. Establish that as a wall that needs to be evaded. And we have to go up the storm mountain. Spooky in its own right. But not much in the... Okay, I found the threat. Okay, then we just have to cut this way. Wait. Yes, okay. Sorry, I thought this was how I came up. No, that's how I came up. Sometimes problems come up. I like how I've made a little language for myself in my notes. Yeah, I'm using the danger symbol a lot, but it has a much different meaning when it's on the path I'm drawing than when it's off the path I'm drawing. A wall of caution could be an impassable obstacle, or it could be a warning that this is a hill and you really want to stop because there's no getting around it. All depends on if it's on the drawn route or not. Like right here. Classic. Make sure we can drive good coming into this. How much more track is left? It's a big sprint, but many checkpoints. It is a sprint. No real obstacles in our way. And the lava becomes less of a threat when you're going fast. So unlike many things, the lava rewards you for high momentum moving. Okay. This is the final race. I think there is nothing left to do but race it. We are sitting at a solid second place. If we keep this, I think we win overall. Moment of truth. Could also be a nice moment for some lies, but I'm not really in the mood. I'm never really in the mood. Lies just aren't my thing. Bamboozling? I'd consider it. I'd consider it quite a bit.
Run the systems check, please.
But just straight up lying,
All right,
I'm not a
you're on
fan.
top. Don't get cocky. Just drive clean, and this rally's yours.
Got it.
Systems all green. Race ready. Let's go.
And we're back to the off-road hard. So we should have some better grip on this mostly
200.
igneous type rock. I don't want to say definitively that it is igneous because we are not on Earth and I don't know how rock terminology and taxonomy works for other planets. I gotta assume most rocks in space are either igneous or
500.
sedimentary.
Front,
Uh-oh.
right, tire, failure.
200.
Caution, volcanic bombs.
First spare of the day.
200.
Okay, we're good. All of our caution, all of our planning was worth it. We locked the tire and we're still in this.
200.
Caution, volcanic bombs.
I figured that, yeah.
200.
Easy does it. Floor it, floor it. Tire survived, good.
Caution, volcanic bombs.
The alert system is really worried about the lava.
Right, spring damaged.
I think we got hit by one. Okay, I'm really worried about this jump because it's a jump, so we want to slow down, but it's lava, so we want to speed up. And it's a terrible angle. But we did it.
200.
Shout outs to our suspension system, putting in a lot of work today. Right, this bit. I say, as if I remember it.
200.
Okay. Curve right and floor it.
500.
Relive.
Caution to volcanic balls.
Yeah, we're just in bomb country this entire time. Oh! That was a bad turn. Okay, we're back on the route. Maybe we had enough pace, but that doesn't matter. We severely misjudged that turn. Our pace is still good. We have the margins.
500.
Okay, just avoid taking a bounce while we're sideways. Vroom, vroom.
No one else went faster through there. Guarantee it.
Okay. A lot of race to go. But I feel like a lot of the trouble bits that
500.
sort of I felt in my mind while surveying are mostly behind us. I'm running out of threats I remember in front of us.
Volcanic balls. Front.
I'm sure I'll
left,
remember in due
failure.
time once I encounter them and suffer the consequences, but for right now, it's pretty okay. I think this is just a sprint bit. Let's sprint it.
500.
Front. Right. Tire. Puncture.
Losing every single wheel we own. We're out of spares after this. Normally I would have left the tire puncture one alone, but there's a lot of literal ground to cover, so I want to make sure that we're still fine for it. I think we're home free. Let's avoid any random rocks or hills and get across that finish line.
500. 200.
Picking you up. Rear to stop.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to buy new tires. I don't think you mind.
Nice job, mate. Really good work.
Thank you very much. I think we've done it, team. Beautiful. Yeah, Giovanni was getting that. This stage goes to Faye Ironside. This rally goes to Tristan Giovanni by the slimmest of margins. And this series, the Heavy Haul 4, goes to me.
Unbelievable. You tamed the hauler. Some say this no RCS class is the true Exo Rally. I swear I saw the crew tearing up back there. You brought some pride back into this garage.
Yeah. We're winning over the traditionalists.
We took the slowest class in the Federation and made people care. No sponsors, no flash, no RCS, just raw racing. Feels like we finally remembered what this was all about.
Beautiful. We did it. Heavy Haul 4, first place. Nice. With a very tactical second place for the 4th rally. Just to help save me suffering through the perils of paddling. Yeah, that's a solid win. Let's go free roam on Fusang with the thing I mean, I understand that a lot of like this racing is intimidation and then I get behind the wheel and it's actually okay. I know that that keeps happening. It happened when I went from the first vehicle to the XO4. It happened when I went to the hauler, and it's happening when I go to the XO6. Well, yeah, I'm still gonna feel it. This thing is pure speed. It is pure acceleration. You cannot be tweaking that slow velocity to go, ooh. This thing is designed to go fast at the expense of everything else. And it scares me. I'm gonna have to be managing RCS. I'm gonna be using it for like added thrust. I'm gonna be cutting through the skies. My RCS is gonna explode. I'm expected to pull stunts. It's no longer optional. I think this vehicle requires the most multitasking, heat-of-the-moment raw coordination. The heavy hauler, well, just, the mining rig, required a very, very solid concept of the fundamentals of driving. Of respecting hills and keeping your momentum in check. And I think I excelled at that. This thing requires you to gauge speeds and drift and thrust and fuel and coordinating both your driving and your torque and your RCS to get the most out of every last bit. It reminds me of an athletic level in, like, Mario Maker. It requires finesse and timing, and I don't know if that's what I'm good at. I'm good at routing and the fundamentals of, like, not crashing. But this thing tells you, hey, you better be driving at absurd speeds at all times. It requires a level of, like, instantaneous reaction time, and I don't know if reaction time is my strength. Just look at how I play Counter-Strike. But I will have to confront it. And I will confront it with whatever comes with it. I think, ultimately, I will start off being very cautious about my every move. Maybe do reasonably solid regardless, just due to the fact that I think the enemy vehicles are a bit undertuned for my skill level. I'll gain some confidence, I'll take some speed, and then I'll start making some catastrophic mistakes that probably won't destroy me, but might destroy the car. I'll lose tires and suspension in one major incident that possibly takes me out of the running for an entire rally and makes the rest of the series an uphill battle. I will probably feel pessimistic about my odds because we're so far low in the rallies, and even perfection might not guarantee our ascent back to victory. And we can't even rely on perfection anyway. And so I'll sort of like trudge through it, but I'll stick through it and then we'll make it up somehow. Maybe we've come out of worse situations. There was that moon rally way back when. Maybe we have what it takes. Maybe we got what it takes. And maybe it'll be fine enough to just treat the RCS as, like, you know, correction. Maybe I won't care so much about doing this. Drive good. I also can't really do that in the air if I have Ultra Torque on. Whether or not I'll have Ultra Torque on, I don't know. It seems like it might actually be a detriment for this one. Especially if you want to, like, be doing rough maneuvers, because you're fighting your forward attitude control. Anyway, enough rambling. It's time for the final boss, for me, of the vehicles. The Exo 6. Next time. I'm Exception. This is in TV. Have a good day. And good night. Drop off into the black hole set.
Rear right brake destroyed.
Yeah, that's about how it's gonna go.